Okay, garden buddies, welcome back to Gardener on a Mission with me, Tony the Tiny Gardener. This video is going to be transplanting these 3 boxwoods. Please ignore the weeds, still in the process. Transplanting these 3 boxwoods into this location. I have moved them from this bed out here, this bed. So that's going to be this video. It's transplanting those. You can see I've already dug them up. I've already got their holes dug. They're sitting in their holes. All I got to do is plant them, and I'll show you that. But the last video, we planted some more annuals, and I told you I would show you how fast these supertunias grow. If you'll remember and go back and look at that video from last week, this particular one right here had no flower buds on it. Now look at it, and look how much bigger. And I said I was going to show you, show you some that I planted. Oh, it's probably been 3 or 4 weeks ago now. They were the same size as those when I planted them, and there's 3 of them here. And look, these supertunias just go to town. This one is called Jazz. This is a supertunia mini Vista. You can see the flower is just a little smaller, but it's just covered in flowers. And there's 3 of them there. Over here as well. You can get a good look at how they do. That's just 3 supertunia mini Vistas. The pink truffula is taken off. The rockin' fuchsia has yet to take off. My experience with the rockin' fuchsia, that when you put them in the ground, it takes them a little longer to get going. But they generally, by the end of the season, are huge and loaded, and hummingbirds love them. So let's get up here and do these and get a look at the standard hydrangea standard phantom blooming well. You can see the meant to be queen nectarine is really going to town, and it is loaded with pollinators. I don't know if you can see those. Let's see if I can get close enough to one of them. Sorry to keep kicking the camera, guys. There. You see those pollinators? Just loaded with pollinators. All right. Get up here. We'll do these boxwoods. Hey, Marion. So, in digging up these boxwoods to transplant over here, it became apparent to me why boxwoods do well in pots. Their root system is not really that impressive. So there's not a whole lot to their roots. And therefore, makes them a little easier to put in a pot. Clean up some of these weeds around here so they are not zapping all the nutrients out. Here's this one. As I said, you can see I've already got the hole dug. We'll expand it a little bit if I can get around the tree roots from this maple tree above me. No more maples. Best I've got 100 acres to plant it on. There's one. We put about a half cup to a cup of Biotone starter fertilizer in here. Mix it in. That up. Nice and straight. Get back and look at it and see if it's in the hole good and straight. All right, from this angle it looks good. Let's go over here. It looks like it might be tilted a little bit to the southeast. Give it a little tilting this way. There we go. Now we backfill. And we come in and water this. Keep it good and watered for the rest of the season. And there's one of the three I'm going to be doing is taking the boxwoods out of other areas and encircling this whole bed here. Come all the way around it. That's a project that we're doing. Here, let's move the camera to another little angle. Put it over here between these two. And we'll go get some more Biotone starter fertilizer. I know there's arguments for and against putting anything in the hole when you're planting. And some people don't think this is a necessary step. And I guess maybe to some degree, they're probably right. All I know is I like to give my plants a fighting chance here in Northeast Ohio. And I also am doing it on personal experience that I had one year where I had planted, this was decades ago, about a dozen shrubs. In the first 10 shrubs, 11 shrubs, I had, a starter fertilizer to put in the hole. I ran out on the last one, so I didn't have any for that one. And since some people say you don't need them anyway, I didn't fret over it too much. So I just went ahead and put it in the hole with no starter fertilizer. Well, out of the dozen or so that I planted, that's the only one that didn't make it. The one that had no starter fertilizer. Now, whether that's a quinky dink, whether that's just, the mind over matter, me thinking it wouldn't because I didn't have any, whether, I don't know, but it didn't make it. One of them didn't make it, and it was the one that didn't get any fertilizer. So you can take from that what you want. but I like to give them a starter fertilizer. Just seems to help with transplant shock. There's a big old tree right where this one needs to go. So we'll have to work around this somehow or another. Get this in here. Let's see here. We got something growing up in it that I got to get out. All right, let's see. We'll get up and see how this one. Check the placement on this one. If it's leaning hither or there. All right, from this angle, looks good. Yeah, it looks good. Looks good. Looks good. It might be leaning a little bit toward the house. Not much. So I'll put it in home. Tone starter fertilizer. Let's just sit right there for now. Sit up there, baby. Sit up there. Half cup to a cup. Let's rub this side. But you can see the roots. Well, I don't know if you can, but there's not much of a root system to these things. Let's check my placement again before we cover it up. It's looking pretty straight. Go over here to the west. Looking pretty straight. Go over to the north. That looks pretty straight. Go to the east. Looking pretty good. You can see by that big old maple tree root that I'm planting this on top of that this one's going to compete with that maple for water. So I'm going to have to give it lots of attention, keep a good close eye on it, make sure that it's not getting dry. And please ignore the roots. The weeds. Doing things as I go this year. Because the weeds just, whew. Oh, and by the way, we had storms come through again. Almost a year to the date of last year's storm. Supposedly, I heard that there was 4 tornadoes in northeast Ohio. I don't know, but maybe, because there was a lot. We were out of power for 100 plus hours, so couldn't charge my batteries, couldn't do any videos or anything. So that's what's been going on this year. Fun. Till her daddy takes her T-bird away. All right, there's 2 of the 3 in the ground. We'll get this last one in there, and that'll be it for this video. And hopefully you guys are having a mucho better year than I. I'm having a good year. I guess I should quit saying that stuff. Huh? But yeah, we had no power for over 100 hours straight. Went out on about 4:30 on Tuesday afternoon. Came back about 8:30, 9 o'clock Saturday evening. We spent a lot of time in the vehicle. Fortunately, we have an office. My wife runs her business, so we could go over there and get some AC. Fortunately, the weather after the storm kind of cooperated. It wasn't that. It's been a hot summer, but during those 100+ hours, didn't really. I mean, it wasn't too bad in the house with no AC. It got a little warm, but it didn't get hot. I mean, it wasn't unbearable. The humidity, I guess the storm kind of came down out of across Lake Erie out of the north and went southward, so I guess it just took it all, that humidity, back down where it belongs, in the south. I guess. I don't know. All right, we got that one. Let's see what the placement is on this one. How the oh yeah, looks good from there. Looks good there. Yeah, I believe this one. Yeah, that's good. That's good, right the way it is. So let's just throw this in here and in here and in here. And then we'll put all this dirt back. It's good, rich soil. All the weeds love it. Good stuff. And we'll get these watered in, and that'll be it for this video. And we'll do another one. Got my lawnmower batteries charging. And now I can cut the grass once they get charged. I was able to do it the day after the storm last week on what charge the batteries had left in them from the last time. I love that Eagle lawnmower. I can get my grass cut on one charge. Hold on, that's with me taking my time. Also, I can get the driveway and the sidewalk edged with the Ego edger with that same charge. All right, guys, there you have it. Got those 3 in. All I gotta do is water them in now. Thanks for stopping by. You guys have been great. Although I've had a couple tell me to quit doing videos, but I don't see that happening. I mean, I know I'm not as good as some of them out there, but I enjoy doing this, so I will continue. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for your time. Happy gardening, and arrivederci.